What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. I know it's been a while since I've made a video. I've just kind of been away enjoying a little bit of MLB The Show 25 and honestly a bunch of PC gaming lately. Honestly, just haven't felt that driven to make any super new content on the newer Madden game, anything else on college football or anything like that. So in today's video, I did feel like it is worthwhile to finally get you guys an MLB The Show 25 review. And I was provided a copy of this game by San Diego Studios, as they have for the past handful of years. So I do want to thank them for sending me that review copy of the game and giving me the ability to play it and be able to get a full experience to tell you guys kind of what it's all about. Again, I do apologize for the lack of content otherwise, but I think that it's important that I really care about the content that I bring to you guys, that I give you guys honest opinions, and that I get you guys what I feel is valuable information. And I don't want to just sit here year after year after year and rehash the same thing over and over again simply so that we can get views. I would prefer to bring you guys valuable information. Some of my favorite videos that I've been able to bring you guys are tips and tricks and tutorials and review videos that you guys have found very valuable and left a lot of comments on, and they helped you get achievements or they helped you do things within the game that you haven't been able to do before. And so that concept kind of actually leads itself right into what I think about MLB The Show 25. I'm not going to break this down into a whole bunch of different categories. I'm just going to tell you straight up what my honest feelings are on the game. Coming into this game, whether they gave me a review copy or not, I did not plan to actually purchase this game for myself because they have continued to ignore Connected Franchise. I believe that they took it out of the game ahead of MLB The Show 17, if I'm not mistaken on the exact year, and they specifically said that they were aiming to have it back in by MLB The Show 19, and they did not want to alienate Connected Franchise users. Well, here we are, approaching a decade later, and they still haven't even brought up the topic. I'm not going to sit here and speculate as to exactly what the reasoning is behind that. I think we can all come up with a slew of different reasons, anything from it's not profitable all the way over to they just simply don't care about it. Or maybe it's something like it's just not feasible with the resources that they have and they can't figure out how to get it to work properly. It could be any of those things. It could be a combination of those things. It could be 100 other different things. The bottom line is, this is what I have been asking for. This is what other people have been asking for year after year after year after year. And they have continued to ignore it and not put it into the game. So what it comes down to is, have they put other things into the game to make it worthwhile and to compensate for that? And the genuine answer is no. You guys can see here that I got the Platinum Trophy for MLB The Show 25. I've done effectively everything there is to do within the game. I have played it for about 40 to 50 hours at this point, so I'm not as deep into this game as some other people are. I'm not as deep into this game as I have been into this game in the past, and that's simply because I wanted to get a good variety of the gameplay in there and see what it's all about and see if the changes are worthwhile. If you liked MLB The Show 22, 23, 24, you're going to like MLB The Show 25. This game is pretty much a carbon copy of last year's game with some extra nuances tacked on there. The real major changes come with just a couple of additions to game modes like Road to the Show and Franchise Mode. Really, in Road to the Show, the major difference is the addition of the high school and college experience, which is not super in-depth. It is very short. It's very straightforward. It is a welcome addition to the game. It is necessary for it to be in there to have a fun experience, but if you go to college and select that option, you have to stay for 4 years, and you only get to play the fourth year, your senior year in college, so you're guaranteed to come out to the draft after college at the age of 22. There's no other way around it. So you essentially get two options. You either enter as a high school player at the same age every single time, or you enter off your fourth year, and you only ever get to play 1 year of high school and 1 year of college if you elect to do those things. Other than that, the Road to the Show experience is 99% the same. They have modified the progression system. It is a better progression system, but this progression system has been in the game before. They now call it tools, and you can have a little bit more specific upgrade capability where you essentially just get these coins and you can spend them on the specific ratings that you guys want within Road to the Show. And that's a nice change. That's the way upgrading should be, but that's been in the game in the past, so it's nothing new. And so beyond that, it's the same exact experience that you guys get year after year after year after year. You could have played MLB The Show 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, any of those games, stayed on that game, and had pretty much the same experience as MLB The Show 25. That's what it comes down to. Diamond Dynasty is almost exactly the same as the past however many years. There are some minor tweaks to how quickly you can earn high overall players and whatnot, but it's the same game mode with the same concepts. Not much has changed. And then really the last thing to talk about is franchise mode. There are some nice additions to franchise mode, but if you hop into a franchise and you play a franchise, it's the exact same menu system. Everything here looks exactly the same. Everything here operates exactly the same. The only thing that has changed is the way the off-season functions a little bit. You now have to get interest to be able to sign players, and they have to make decisions between different teams. And it's very much the same system as your scouting system within franchise mode, where you can prioritize 3 players at a time, build up interest on those players, and then they elect to sign with your team. You can do 1 at a time, and that'll increase their interest higher altogether at once, or you can split that interest between 3 players, and they each 3 earn a little bit less at a time. It is cool. It's a nice addition to the game. It's an improvement, in my opinion, on the way the off-season works. It forces you to focus on specific players, and you're not always going to get those players. They're going to make decisions, and you're not always going to be the top team. You're not always going to be the one with the most interest from that player. So it is a nice addition. But ultimately, when you take a look at franchise mode, everything here is exactly the same as it has been in the past. So I'll repeat it again. If you like the previous games, you're going to like MLB The Show 25. Is it worth it for the price tag to buy the whole game? Absolutely not. In no way, shape, or form, in no world, is it worth it to buy this year's experience. Because all it is, essentially, is a roster update from last year. I said very much the same thing for, I think, the past 2 or 3 reviews of this game. Now, does that mean it's a bad game? No. If you've waited a couple of years, you haven't bought MLB The Show last year, yeah, it's worthwhile to get the new one. The graphics are improving slowly but surely over time, but at a certain point, those graphics improvements, you barely can even notice the difference. They've claimed to have some big improvements this year. The players look exactly the same as they have in past years. The animations work mostly the same as they have in past years. The cutscenes are mostly the same from what they've had in past years. In fact, they've even eliminated a couple of things. Some of my more hardcore baseball buddies have actually noticed a handful of things that they liked about the game that they've eliminated from the game. Animations such as bullpen warm-up animations and or cutscenes and those types of things that they really enjoyed. So are you really getting whatever the price tag is of this game for MLB The Show 25? No, not if you've played the recent ones. Is it a good game in and of itself? Yes, MLB The Show is one of the best sports titles out there on the market. Point blank, period. And my message to the developers over there at San Diego Studios, I think, is loud and clear. Give us Connected Franchise. To be honest with you, even though I got a free copy of the game, I debated not even playing it to begin with. It is what it is. If they don't give me a free copy in the future, I won't be upset about it. I'm probably not going to play it until they decide to bring back the one game mode that everybody that I have ever played this game with wants to have in the game. We want to be able to play with our friends. We want to be able to build dynasties next to each other, just like we do in every single other sports title. When we play Madden, we play Connected Franchise. When we play NBA, we play Connected Franchise. Heck, in some of these games, we even play Connected Career modes where we're playing individual players. When we play college football, what is it? Connected Dynasty. Even when we play games like FIFA, we do what we do in MLB. We're forced to create our own Connected Franchise where if I trade for a player, somebody else can't trade for that player. And we kind of pace each other at the same rate so that we can compare how we're doing. It's a shame that you have to do that in 2025. I think they're prioritizing other things for a myriad of different reasons. Like I said, I'm not going to dive super deep into that. You guys can speculate that on your own. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think the reason is. I've seen some people out there, especially the big Diamond Dynasty crowd, saying, well, nobody played the mode. And I'm sorry, but that's just not true. Literally everybody I spoke to, and even the people I pulled on my channel, want Connected Franchise. They played Connected Franchise, and even the developers admitted it when they took it out of the game, that there is a large portion of the fan base that they didn't want to alienate, and that's why they plan to have it back in for MLB The Show 19. So I guess my question then is to San Diego Studios, why did we scrap the 2019 timeline? Why are we sitting in the year 2025 and we don't have a basic game mode in the game that should be included? And with all that being said, I'd like to hear your feedback down in the comment section below. Have you played this game? Do you plan to get this game? Do you view it the same way? Do you view it differently? Like I said, it's hard for me at this point not to view it as a big roster update. Playing through this game, it just feels like the same game that I played last year. It is what it is at this point. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have a good one.